Right, so I'm back now and we're going to do finding the area of different triangles and also the perimeter while we're at it. Although it might be tricky, okay, because we don't know this side, but I'll write something in to imagine. So let's write in, this is 7 centimeters. So you might already know how to find the area and perimeter of triangles, so if you want to try and do it now as a good exercise to get the brain thinking, and then I'll explain how we can find the area and perimeter of these triangles. Okay, so to find the area of a triangle, it's half the base times the perpendicular height. So we need to pick a base and then find a perpendicular height. So in this case it works out quite nicely because either this one can be the base here by the 6 or the 5 can be the base. So it doesn't matter. Let's say you pick this edge 6 centimeters to be the base. Now it's important that we find a perpendicular height. So this is the height at a right angle, which is 5, which works well. So in this case, to find the area, I'm going to do it out to the left hand side here. It's going to be a half times the base, which is 6, times 5. So a half times 6 is 3. 3 times 5 is 15. And because we're doing area, that's going to be centimeters squared. Okay, that's important. And now if you want to find the perimeter, so that was the area. If you want to try and find the perimeter of this shape. Okay, so that's going to be, if you imagine you walked all around the edges, it's going to be 7 plus 5 plus 6. So that is 7 and 5 is 12 plus 6 is 18. And that is just centimeters. So area is centimeters squared or meters squared, but perimeter is just the distance, so it's just 18 centimeters. Okay, if you want to try and find the perimeter and area of this shape. Okay, so one thing that might be tricky here is what is the base? So we know that the area is half the base times the height. But what is the base here? Well, okay, so it's 3 millimeters from here to here, and it's 7 millimeters from there to there, and then it's 6 millimeters up. So, okay, I know the formula is half the base times the perpendicular height. So I think this should definitely be our height. This 6 here should definitely be the h, I think. And then what's the base? Well, it would end up being 3 plus 7, and sorry, for the perimeter you're not given enough information, so we'll call that 6 and we'll call that 8. So you'll be able to find the perimeter afterwards, but to find the area, first of all, the base is going to be, so it's half the base times the height, so the base in this case would actually be 10 because it's this whole length. So half times 10, and the height, perpendicular height, so it's at a perpendicular here, times 6. So half times 10 is 5, 5 times 6 is 30. And our units then is millimeters, and because it's area, it's millimeters squared. Okay. Now, if you want to try and find what, so try and use the rubber here, it's not working that well. Okay. Can you then find the perimeter for me? So that's the area, 30 millimeters squared. That's the area. So the perimeter then, that's going to be a tree, is going to be the total length of the outside. So if you were to walk around the entire perimeter what is that? So from here all the way down to the other side, we already said was 10. So it's going to be 10 plus 8 to get to the top, and then back to 6. So 10 plus 8 plus 6 is 18 plus 6 is 24. And what's the unit? Is it millimeters squared or just millimeters? It's millimeters squared, yeah. Okay. And okay, if you want to try these two examples here, and this time I'm going to run through the answers quite quickly. Sorry, I'll write in the perimeter for this one. Yeah, so you also need to find the perimeter. So and we'll call this for the crack. So we'll say this length here is 6 and this length here is 10. Okay, so if you want to find the perimeter and area of both triangles. Okay, so the area of this one, we need half the base times the height. So we need to pick a base. I will pick this one here, and then the height is going to be 6. So in this case it would be half 8 times 6. So half 8 is 4. 4 times 6 is 24. And the unit is centimeters squared because it's area. And what is the perimeter of this shape then? The perimeter is going to be, if you were to walk around all 3 edges, 6 plus 10 plus 8, which is also 24. Yeah. So in this case, just by coincidence, the perimeter is the same as the area. Yeah. Okay, so that's that one. And then for the area of this one, what would it be? So half, the base here looks to be 14. And the perpendicular height they've given to us is 5. So half of 14 is 7. 7 times 5 is 35. So it's going to be 35 meters squared. Okay, and then what is the perimeter? Just work this out. So the perimeter is, if you walk around all 3 sides, it's going to be 6 plus the 14. So P is equal to 6 plus 14 plus 10. Because you're walking around all 3 edges. 6 and 14 is 20. 20 and 10 is 30. So the perimeter there is 30 meters. Okay, great. And then to finish off, if you want to do the last set there. Okay, so again, pause the video, try and see what you get, and if you want to get the perimeter, we'll call this 11. This side here is 11. 11 meters. Okay, so I've just realized the recording ends after 10 minutes, so I'm just going to really quickly go through this. So the area of this one is going to be, I probably won't have time to even write it in, but it's 9, and the perpendicular height is 10. So this one will be 90. So I have the highlighter, it's not working. And the area of this one then would be 12 times 5, which is 60. And I can't do the perimeter, sorry.